Testing the mic. That's always fun. All the behind the scenes stuff. What's going on, everybody? Tales from the Green Room, episode number 106. This is Howie Spangler, as you probably saw in that earlier whatever sound check thing I was doing. You got to be silly, you got to maintain the silliness. And I'm full of it all the time. You can ask my fiance and my kids. So last night was amazing. Last night was incredible. I was, it was 24 hours notice pretty much. And we had so many people tune in. It was like about 700 people or so with like 1,100 playbacks, meaning like people stopped and came back. They say when I looked at the stats, it says that about average duration, like watch time was about 22 minutes. And then some expecting it to be 3 hours. I was definitely, thinking maybe an hour and a half, let's say, and I had probably, leading up to the show, I had about, I don't know, 12 or 13 song requests and like, I don't know, 7 or 8, like just shout outs. So I was trying to take care of all of those. And then people noticed the super chat thing. And I'd never used super chat before. On my last podcast, someone used it. They gave me like $10. And that was my first super chat. So then last night, I think one person did it, and everybody's like, "Oh, what's this?" And then everybody started doing it, and it was insane. It was just like song request after song request just flying at me. It was like that scene in The Matrix. What else does flying by the bullets? And incredible. I mean, I was like floored by the support. This is a weird time we're in, and excuse me. We're sort of like in a free fall in a way, and luckily, Danielle said something the other day. She said, good for you for getting the podcast going and the YouTube channel and all that stuff. It was like, because, you have that, to communicate, and, it makes a little bit of money as well. And I was like, I thought about it. I was like, wow, I don't know why more musicians that I know aren't jumping on every platform and, creating something there. YouTube was something that I never thought, I just never, thought it was going to pop the way it did. And I had a channel, I started a channel for Ballyhoo, I don't know how many years ago, a decade maybe. And just threw some videos on there, but never like made it like a thing. Like it was never like we have to, this is a main focus, It was always like MySpace and then like Facebook and whatever else. It's getting hot in here now. And so once I kind of was like, I'm gonna mess around with some vlogging and I just started doing the song of the day thing, and I was like really gonna like, so I created my channel and I started going pretty hard last January 2019, and I saw what it can do. I was sold on it, and I was watching. I watch a few vloggers, have a couple favorite go-tos on YouTube. It's interesting how you transition from like TV to YouTube as like a mainstay for like programming. Things that you're watching. Like there's this guy Brian Tong who was like, I'm a nerd. I like tech. I love Apple. And this guy Brian Tong. He used to work with CNET. Now he's got his own show, and he's just always covering all the stuff about everything Apple. And so I tuned into him. I watched Casey Neistat, who's like an amazing like cinematic vlogger. All this stuff looks so great, and just getting inspired by all that. And uh, like what could I do? What could I got some cool ideas. I definitely still slack on this channel. Um, I'm not gonna go easy on myself on this. Like I definitely slack on this channel. Like I could be doing more. I should be doing a song every week. It doesn't have to be every song every day, but I should definitely be doing an acoustic song every week. And then like the vlogging stuff, like I took my camera on that last tour on the Iration run and didn't pull it out once. I've got this nice camera and didn't pull it out once. And it's like the idea, like I love editing video. I love doing all that. But I don't, like once I get into it, like I'm there, but like it takes me, I don't know, I got to get like pumped about something. I don't know. But so I need to try to go harder. I need to get back on a more normal schedule with the channel, and trying to keep up with the podcasts, and try to do at least one a week, maybe two. I was really cranking them out there in the beginning, but then I kind of started running out of things to talk about. And the ones that I'm by myself, like these are usually like 30, 40 minutes, because it's just me rambling. And I try to stick to the format of like, just kind of speaking on my experiences in the music business, and um, trying to give out all the tips and things that I've learned and stuff like that. But then sometimes it turns out to be like a stream of consciousness, which is kind of like what this one is today. I did start with the title, social distancing doesn't mean you have to stop working, or it doesn't mean you stop working. So which I'm going to get to that, but um, yeah, so I'm going to be trying to get on this more. And this, this whole lockdown situation right now is is helping me do that. I think we're going to learn a lot from this. I think we're going to learn a lot about ourselves, and people are going to be hopefully not just sitting around, Netflixing. Maybe some people like actually take some time to work on stuff. Maybe they've been putting off creative things or whatever. But I know I am. I'm working in the studio every day, and the kids are home from school, which is weird because it feels like, it's back to the days where I'm getting interrupted like every 20 minutes to do something. When they're at school, I've got all day, Um, but back to what I was saying, like I love that I have this. I love that I have this channel, and I've got the pod, and I've obviously the music and all that. Um, I created a passive income, uh, like while I sleep. That's like why they call it passive income. I have all these different channels of passive income, these revenue streams, and I'm not getting rich at all, but it all helps. It's like it's money that is being generated like while I'm asleep or while I'm brushing my teeth. And last night was like a insane thing. I didn't expect it to go as well as it did. I was happy enough just being there, and if people wanted to throw tips, that's great. I put all my stuff up there. I see a lot of other artists doing it. I've always been kind of weird about that. Like I used to do the Stage It things, and I had another one called Concert Window, and it's basically the same thing, except these platforms were made specifically for musicians to get on and basically put on live stream shows. And I used to do them back in the day, um, and some of them went really well. And most of the time, I wasn't very prepared, so I was messing up a lot, and it felt kind of cheap, and I didn't want to be asking for money if like I wasn't going to play the songs properly and stuff like that. So yesterday I spent all day down here just working on all the stuff I was going to be playing. Like people were sending requests and things, and a lot of songs I hadn't played in a long time. A couple I hadn't played in a very long time, like "Breaking the Girl" by Chili Peppers. Somehow that one came back to me pretty quickly. I just love that song. And then Kingston Town, love that song too. But some of the lyrics were tricky, and so I had the lyrics pulled up here, in front of me last night, and uh, you know, I made sure everybody knew it too. Wasn't trying to hide it. But yeah, I just wanted to make it like a really quality performance. I added that purple LED behind me and just kind of make it vibey and um, try to make it as interactive as I could. And it turned out I had so many requests that I just had to keep going. There wasn't a whole lot of storytelling. There wasn't a whole lot of like talking and kind of Q&A as much as I wanted, but it was like it was it was crazy. And that last hour, we went 3 hours last night, and I couldn't believe that so many people were just hanging in there and just I can feel it. Like my throat is like, it got worked. My throat got worked last night. It doesn't sound right. Coffee break. So, um, yeah, but I was, I was happy to do it. I definitely was. I didn't expect it. It was more like just kind of surprise. I'll sing all day long. It's just it got to a point where it's like, oh, kind of feel like I might be losing it here. So I didn't want to like cheapen it anymore. And um, we made it through, and it worked out, and it was awesome. And I couldn't believe the tips that were coming in, and I think everybody was just vibing. And then we did a couple shots together. I know a lot of you out there were taking shots with me and all that, so that was fun. And had Danielle just leave the bottle of whiskey here. Uh, but yeah, great night. I just thank you once again to everybody. This has just been a really wild time, really weird adjustment, and like I said, I want all my other band friends to get in on this. You know, uh, and I'm seeing a lot. I am seeing a lot. Ted Bound from Past Fire, he's going live tonight on their channels. I think 7 to 9 Eastern time. So tune in for that. He's a good dude, and he's a great songwriter, and it's going to be a fun show. So you know, throw him some donations if you will. Yeah, it's wild. I know Tropodelic has a show they're working on. I think it's tomorrow. Might want to check on that, but just go to all these bands that we're friends with. Everybody's doing something right now. Red Gold Green's got something going on. Ballyhoo's actually working on a live stream set right now. I think it's going to happen next week. I'm hearing next Thursday, next Thursday night. So I think that's the 26th. So keep your eyes peeled on that. I'll keep you all informed. But yeah, I mean the transition from playing shows to this, kind of goes back to what I was saying. I'm trying to stay on topic here, but it goes back to what I was saying earlier. Is that like this was already a thing? Like I already had this going, so it was nice to sort of have a built-in audience already, and I really think that if you're not on YouTube yet, or you're not going live on Facebook and Instagram, you really need to start, because this is something that this is like uncharted territory. We've never had to do this. We've never had to shut down the whole damn nation. Shows are getting canceled, and we're all confined to our homes, and it's a really it's a really weird adjustment. So I advise all the artists out there, just get on YouTube, start a channel, start telling people, and just start going live. I think once you get 100 subs on YouTube, you can go live. I think that's what it is. And it's not easy to get 100 subs, but you want to go to your family members, you want to go to friends, spread the word. Anybody get to that 100. You can also create your own URL as well. So like I've got youtube.com/Howi Spangler. you can do that as well at 100. Go live often, you know, um, and I'm guilty of not taking my own advice. I'll admit that. Um, I get caught up in other things, and I do a lot. So, but just like the last few days before last night's big show, I was just jumping on Facebook, doing a song or two. All right, good night. Have a good night. The other day I called it Corona caroling. I went around to all the platforms that were on. Facebook. I hit a few different pages on Facebook. I think my profile, the Ballyhoo page, the Bally Hooligans page. Went over to Twitter, did something on Periscope there, did something on Instagram. I just went everywhere, and it was just fun, And I feel like, from what I'm seeing, I'm seeing a lot of memes out there about, you know, basically people being sad that music is being canceled right now, and I think we need it. I think everyone needs it. Both sides. It's amazing like what music can do for your soul and just make you feel better in times like this. And just being on the other side, being the person that's providing it, um, you know, I get something in return for it, and it's a whole one hand washes the other. It's a synergy. It's a synergy thing. Um, so thanks to everybody that tuned in last night. What a great, great, fun time. It really was. Um, so I'll do another one probably next week, maybe. Um, and I'm not really gonna be asking for tips and donations. I said this last night, but I'm not really gonna be doing that every time I do this. Like because musicians and entertainment, it's a struggling industry right now, but everybody's struggling. Everybody's struggling. Like you may not have $20 to drop on your favorite songwriter. Like you may need to use that to buy bread or put it towards your rent. I don't know, because a lot of people are going to be out of work. The whole service industry is just going down right now. We just had our governor of Maryland. Basically, they're inching towards. He doesn't want to lock the place down, but he will. And people just need to stay home. Like, don't go to the park and go grilling with 10 of your friends. Don't do that. Just stay in. Let's get through this as fast as we can so we can get back to life as we know it. So I kind of wanted to talk about this very situation. Like, again, it's uncharted territory. I'm here to help in any way that I can. And if you're a struggling artist right now and you don't know what to do, I've kind of already thrown it out there, but here we go. So go live, use your platforms, use the apps, and I mean everywhere. Go live everywhere. Set up, use your PayPal or your Venmo or your Cash App. I just learned about Facebook Pay yesterday. I can't believe I didn't know about that. Like literally a couple people gave me some tips before the show via Facebook Pay in Messenger. And as long as your debit card is linked, like the money goes straight to your account. There's not even you don't even have to hit transfer or pull it out or whatever. It literally, they send you the money and it goes right in. You're like, oh, okay. I don't have to do anything. They made it super easy. So include your PayPal, your Venmo, all your payment systems. Include your links right there in the video. I had a little ticker last night. I'll show you right here. This guy right here. Boom. I had this guy right here. Ticking all night long, and it's got everything right there. There's my Cash App. There's my Facebook Pay. Just go search me, and there it is. And then the PayPal, and then the Venmo over here, right there. That's weird doing this with the camera. Stuff like that. Put it in the description of your video. You have to put a title and a description when you go live on Facebook. and put all that stuff right there. Um, get your band together and do something creative and fun that maybe no one else is doing. If you know, you have to wrap your brain around it. But at the very least, get on and try to make it something that's like an event. Like you know, it's fun to go spontaneously go live. Like just jump on and you start see people like chiming in and you know giving you the hearts and all that and you know leaving comments and stuff. But set it up. You know, I literally did 24 hours notice. I just say, hey guys, tomorrow night doing the hangout session. And again, I already had the hangout sesh. That's already been a thing. I started that back in November, and it was successful then. You know, it was pretty good. Last night was the biggest one, but um, these are the things we live in. You don't even have to be playing music. You know, like get on there, just talk like this, like right now. Get on and talk and hang out, and you're building a trust with your audience. You're building an organic, uh, you know, relationship with you know the people that are watching through this camera here, and it just if you just keep it up, you know, when it comes down to times like this, where you know you may need to take some tips and you know get some money or whatever, like you can, you know, I had a very successful night last night, and it wouldn't have been that way if I hadn't been working this beforehand. You know, you can't just cold start and just you know make a bunch of money and you know have a ton of people, 700 people watching you. It just takes time to build, and that's what people need to understand. Like none of this happens overnight. So right now, right now, start your channel or start a weekly show on Facebook or a weekly show on IGTV, Instagram, TikTok, whatever, and make it every Monday at 7 p.m. or something like that. Try to make it at a time where people aren't working, if you can, and just be consistent every week. Work on it, because uh, when the time comes and it really counts, you know you can have a night like I had. Um, it's just so important to just always be working on stuff, you know, and always like reassessing what works, what doesn't work, and you know, be watching the new technology, the new apps, the new social platforms. TikTok was one of those apps. It's gonna destroy Instagram in a couple years, believe it or not. You know, all the huge apps fall at some point. You know, Facebook has been the one that's lasted. So Facebook's like 20 years old, I think. You know, when you think about the college years and all that. Um, but it's mostly for older people, you know, like people in their like late 20s, 30s, 40s. Kids aren't on Facebook really. They're on TikTok, you know, just like they were on Snapchat a few years ago. It's the same thing, you know, and you don't hear shit about Snapchat anymore. People still snap, you know, but you never hear about Snapchat. You hear about TikTok. Um, so you need to be always looking out for the new tech that's coming, the new apps, um, and and start building. Just start putting stuff on there, even if it's the same video, you know. But you know, try different things. Like TikTok's interesting because I have one. I have a TikTok as well, um, and I just started throwing my acoustic stuff on there. I haven't really done anything else, and to be honest, I don't really know what to do. Like I'm not a dancer. I'm not a hot chick. Um, you know, there's what else is there? uh, that dude Zach King makes amazing videos, man. I think he was like a Viner, but like the dude does like VFX, like makes like a cup of water turn into a rabbit or something, you know, stuff like that. Just amazing videos, you know, and I'm not saying you have to be like that guy, but it certainly helps to be creative and do something different. And my son has a TikTok, and he just does like dances and he does little tricks and stuff. Like there's a disappearing, reappearing ink thing. Like you put he writes on a napkin and then puts it underwater, and the ink shows up, and whatever. Subscribe, like, and follow, like shit like that. Um, but yeah, I mean, we need to be always on the lookout and just and building for times like these, because now no one can go to shows. Not only can you play shows, but no one can go to them. If you had a show right now, you'd have an awful turnout. And everyone seems to be perfectly happy just sitting back on their couch with a glass of wine and watching you on the YouTube app on TV or on the laptop or something. And um, it's the world we live in, you know. Um, so definitely don't use this time to take a break. And if you're a true artist, you're never taking a break anyway. You're not. But it is possible to be an artist but kind of not know what to do. I understand that. I get that. Um, just double and triple down on your platforms. Um, whatever you think is not uh, something that people would watch on YouTube or Instagram or something, you're probably wrong, because I've put some stuff up and some of the best engagement comes from just mundane, run of the mill bullshit. um, I was just at the grocery store with the kids, just grabbing a few things because I know people are going to go effing crazy. After that announcement today, you're going to have people everywhere and panic buying and all that. I got a couple cans of soup, like grabbed a couple jugs of water. I didn't buy all the water on the shelves, stuff like that. Like, just take it easy. My cart wasn't even full. But had the kids there, and I was like, you know what, this would be good for this would be good fodder for the YouTube channel, like the vlog stuff. I didn't pull my phone out just because I was trying to get the kids in and out. I don't like them being in those situations, so got them back here. But stuff like that. You know, um, I'm gonna be drawing on my newest acoustic guitar, that Mitchell that I got a couple months ago. Um, I'm gonna be drawing on that because it's too plain. It needs something. It's just a blank canvas. Everything's a canvas to me. So I'll be drawing on that. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna set the camera up, probably like right here. I'll just have the camera down like this, and I'm gonna draw on it, and then I'm gonna put that on YouTube. Stuff like that. It's just, I don't know, just it's interesting to see what goes on in other people's lives, I guess. um, yeah, so go live as much as you can. Start a podcast, like talk about stuff. It doesn't have to be music; it can be anything. Whatever your favorite thing is, or something you know a lot about. It doesn't have to be your absolute favorite thing, but something you know a lot about. Try that. Um, we still need to work. We still need to work, and when I say work, I don't mean actually necessarily make money. I mean, just we need to be always brainstorming and working on something. But I definitely suggest in times like this, get on your platforms and really go at it. Um, I hope this helps. So let's go over here. Oh, look, we got some chat. Holy crap. What's up, everybody? Let me pop this out. Go over here. Here we go. All right. What's up, everybody? Oh, thank you for the Chris Garrett, man. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate that. Last night was a big deal. It's gonna blow up. Most people stayed the entire show. Best $20 I've ever spent for that story that led into Fighter. Thank you. Yeah, thank you very much for pushing me to tell that story. I forgot that happened, actually. Last night was kind of a whirlwind. It was a blur. Uh, yeah. What up, Aubrey? What up, Monica, Megan, David, Whitney, Malk, Jackie? Bumpin' Uglies are doing a stream on Saturday. I think I did see that. That's right. Chris Garrett. Oh, you mentioned the live band you're working on. Anything else you can share about that? So we're gonna do. We're talking to Baltimore Soundstage right now, and we're probably gonna get in there, like I said, on Thursday, and do a live stream. I'm pretty sure everyone's available, so we'll most likely be doing that. What do we have here? Putting my Christmas lights back up as a sign of hope. Nice. Have you ever brought Stick Figure to the podcast? Actually, I haven't gotten Stick on the pod. I would love to get Scott over to call in. I need to get a hold of him. I think I hit him up a long time ago and asked him or something, but he told me I can drop by the studio sometime. I want to check out his studio because he bought the studio that Green Day recorded American Idiot in, Jingletown. That one in 21st Century Breakdown. And yeah, he bought that damn studio. So I was like, bro, I gotta come check it out sometime. He said, sure, anytime. So hoping to get over there and check that out. Yeah, more Corona caroling to come. What up, Reckless Media? Reckless Media had a podcast, a radio show years ago, and it was hilarious, and it needs to come back. I told you that before, dude. Nice. Yeah, I'm just reading all your chats here. Sorry. Um, I won't air this on the podcast version because it's just too much space and weird. Um, well, I mean, yeah. So I just think that that people need to, if you're an artist, you'll find a way. We always do. We always find a way, and this isn't the end of the world. We just need to, tighten it up, and we'll get through this. And that goes for everybody. Um, but all right. Well, I guess I'll let everybody go. I just wanted to kind of reminisce about last night and how amazing it was, and how thankful I am to have such a wonderful fan base of really cool people. And uh, it's not easy for any of us right now. And you guys tuned in, and we just had a lot of fun. Um, you know, but thanks so much for listening to Tales from the Green Room podcast. I'm gonna have information very soon about uh, Ballyhoo shows that may still be on. As of now, April 17th is still on. We'll see. We're about a month out now, a little less than a month. So hopefully it goes on and everything's gets better. But yeah, we'll find out. Just stay tuned. Catch me on Instagram at Howi Spangler. Follow me on my YouTube channel. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. Hit the like button. Hit the bell so you don't want to go live. Leave some comments. Let me know what I should be talking about on the pod. I'm trying to figure out my next guests right now. I need to get back to that format as well. Get some more perspective from different artists. But leave some comments. Let me know who you should be talking to. And I also have merch that I still need to get up on the store. I'm having an issue right now with my shipping integration. So as soon as I have that settled, I'll put all that stuff back on the store, and I'll be ready to ship all kinds of things. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, crossing my fingers for Salisbury as well, man. Thank you all very much. Have a wonderful day. I'm going to think of some more stuff I can do that's creative and not doing Netflix. Tales from the Green Room. This is episode number 106, Howie Spangler. Y'all have a wonderful day. Thank you.